Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel, Travel Uncharted. Today, we are exploring the 10 largest deserts in the world 2024. If someone asked you what the largest desert in the world is, what would your answer be? If you answered the Sahara Desert, that answer is partially correct. The Sahara Desert is the biggest non-polar desert in the world. It's very hot, dry, and tough for plants and animals to survive there. Besides the Sahara, there are other large desert types like semi-arid, coastal, and cold deserts, also called polar deserts, which are also vast and barren. Let's explore the largest deserts in the world 2024 and see just how big they really are. When we think of deserts in popular culture, we often imagine vast stretches of sand dunes. However, there are four main types of deserts: hot and dry, semi-arid, coastal, and cold deserts. Each type varies in temperature and geographic location. Now that we've covered the four types of deserts, let's find out which desert is the largest in the world 2024. Join us on Travel Uncharted as we explore the 10 largest deserts in the world 2024. Number 10. Great Basin Desert. The Great Basin Desert is a vast, dry region in the western United States that covers 190,000 square miles, 492,000 square kilometers, across Nevada, Utah, California, Oregon, Idaho, and Wyoming. Its rugged terrain and high elevation, often above 9,000 feet, 2,750 meters, combined with limited water sources, make it one of the most barren areas in the country, with most parts receiving less than 10 inches, 25.4 centimeters, of rainfall annually. The Great Basin Desert is filled with sagebrush groves, salt flats, and dry lake beds, providing a habitat for unique plant and animal species adapted to harsh desert conditions. It holds important historical and anthropological significance, containing traces of Native American settlements dating back thousands of years and some of the oldest living plants on Earth. Number 9. Syrian Desert. The Syrian Desert, also known as the Badiat Asham, spans 200,000 square miles, 500,000 square kilometers, across parts of Syria, Jordan, and Iraq. This arid region is characterized by vast stretches of barren sand and gravel plains, rocky mountains, and occasional dry riverbeds known as wadis. Like many harsh environments, the Syrian Desert supports only the toughest nomadic societies, such as the renowned Bedouin tribes that settled here between the 1st and 4th centuries CE. Many of these tribes continue to uphold their traditional way of life. However, their homeland faces various environmental threats, including oil drilling, overgrazing, and rising temperatures due to climate change. Number 8. Kalahari Desert. This semi-arid desert ranks as the 8th largest in the world, covering an area of approximately 360,000 square miles, 930,000 square kilometers, across Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa. Its landscape features rolling red sand dunes and expansive savannas that provide a habitat for a variety of wildlife unique to southern Africa, including lions, cheetahs, hyenas, giraffes, and zebras. The Kalahari Desert is also home to several indigenous tribes of San people who have inhabited this region for thousands of years, preserving their culture and traditions centered around close-knit family units and hunter-gatherer village life. Number 7. Great Victoria Desert. This Australian desert spans 250,000 square miles, 647,000 square kilometers, across a remote landscape in the world's least populated continent. It consists mainly of flat grasslands, salt lakes, small mountains, dry valleys, and rocky plateaus. Similar to the Sahara Desert, which has a rich history of nomadic cultures, the Great Victoria Desert holds significant cultural and spiritual importance as the ancestral homeland of indigenous Aboriginal civilizations who have inhabited the region for thousands of years. Number 6. Patagonian Desert. The Patagonian Desert in South America ranks naturally as the 6th largest desert in the world among the top 10 largest deserts as of 2024, covering an area of 260,000 square miles, 673,000 square kilometers, across Argentina and Chile. With the stunning backdrop of the Andes Mountains and the Patagonian steppe, this semi-arid desert is home to diverse plants and animals, including the southern beech tree and the Patagonian cypress. The Tehuelche people have inhabited this region for thousands of years, and they are descendants of ancient artists responsible for the Paleolithic cave paintings found at the UNESCO heritage site known as Cueva de los Manos. Exploring these caves is like stepping back in time to when the first humans left their mark on the world. Number 5. Gobi Desert. The massive Gobi Desert is the 5th largest desert in the world, covering 500,000 square miles, 1.3 million square kilometers. This expansive rain-shadow desert is situated between the towering Himalayan peaks and the cold Siberian steppes. It's an extremely cold desert with minimal vegetation and precipitation, mainly ice and snowstorms. While temperatures aren't as frigid as the Arctic tundra, wind chill from Siberia can plummet temperatures to -40 degrees Fahrenheit, -40 degrees Celsius. The Gobi Desert holds significant historical importance among the top 10 largest deserts in the world as of 2024. Genghis Khan established his Mongol Empire here, and numerous Silk Road trading routes have traversed this region since 130 BCE, linking China with Central Asia and the Mediterranean. As a result, the Gobi Desert played a crucial role in facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures among various civilizations, including the Han Chinese, Mongols, Persians, and Europeans. Number 4. Arabian Desert. The Arabian Desert, distinct from the Syrian Desert or North Arabian Desert, ranks as the 4th largest desert in the world, covering an extensive area of 900,000 square miles, 2.6 million square kilometers. Across the Arabian Peninsula, it is the 2nd largest subtropical desert by landmass. The Arabian Desert is renowned for its biodiversity, hosting 102 unique mammal species and 310 different bird species. Number 3. Sahara Desert. When you imagine a classic desert scene with rolling sand dunes, camels, and occasional oases, you're likely envisioning the iconic Sahara Desert of northern Africa. The Sahara is the largest hot desert and the 3rd largest desert in the world, covering 3.6 million square miles, 9.2 million square kilometers of arid, windswept terrain. It extends from the Atlantic Ocean in the west to dominating the northern part of Africa, stretching north from the Red Sea to the Mediterranean. Along the coastlines, the Sahara receives between 4 and 10 inches, 10 and 25 centimeters, of precipitation annually. However, most of its interior sand seas, which make up the core landmass, rarely receive more than a quarter inch of rain each year. Interestingly, the Sahara Desert continues to expand. A 2018 study by the National Science Foundation revealed that the desert has increased in size by 10% since 1920. Many researchers predict that this trend will persist unless significant measures are taken to reduce human-induced emissions and atmospheric pollution. Number 2. Arctic Polar Desert. The Earth's polar regions boast the 2 largest deserts globally. The Arctic Cold Desert encompasses the polar tundra of Canada, Greenland, and Russia, collectively ranking as the 2nd largest desert in the world, covering massive 5.3 million square miles, 13.7 million square kilometers. The Arctic Polar Desert is only slightly smaller than its counterpart in the southern hemisphere. This desert receives minimal precipitation due to its extremely cold temperatures and dry air, with snowfall rarely melting. Despite these harsh conditions, the Arctic Polar Desert is home to a variety of resilient bird species, walruses, and polar bears. Number 1. Antarctic Polar Desert. Antarctica holds the title as the largest continent and the largest desert on Earth. This frozen expanse covers a massive area of 5.4 million square miles, 14 million square kilometers, around the South Pole. Despite its icy appearance, Antarctica is also known as the windiest continent and is home to one of the driest places on the planet, the McMurdo Dry Valleys. Surprisingly, these valleys are devoid of any microbial life. Despite its immense size covered in ice, Antarctica receives just 0.8 inches, 2 centimeters, of precipitation annually. However, this largest desert may not retain its title for long. With climate change causing unprecedented ice melt at Earth's poles, polar deserts like Antarctica could shrink in the coming years. This could lead to rising sea levels and irreversible disruptions to these vital and delicate ecosystems. That's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching our video here at Travel Uncharted. If you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with more content like this. Feel free to share your thoughts on the 10 largest deserts in the world 2024 in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you and engage with our community.